Hi, my name is Hope Ellis, and I am the new media specialist at J.R. Tripp Middle School in Vidalia, Georgia. Currently, J.R. Tripp has a population of around 530 students, whereas 53% of these students are African American, 32% of them are white, 10% are Hispanic, and we have about 4% that are mixed races. What I would really like to advocate and see in our current library is more books that reflect our student population. Right now, most of our books are outdated or revolve around a specific gender or a specific race. And as our demographics have shifted in the school system, our books need to shift with it. When students come into the Media Center, they need to see books that reflect them on the outside and books that they can relate with on the inside. That's why I would love to advocate for our school to purchase more books that reflect our students and also reflect changing times and themes that come along with that. I would like to see an increase in graphic novels. I would like to see an increase in nonfiction with current people as well as some significant historical figures. And I would like to see new authors, African American authors, Hispanic authors that really relate to the students that are coming through the schools now. Additionally, at J.R. Tripp Middle School, about 7% of our students have IEPs or 504s. Those students need accommodations, and honestly, all of our students need accommodations because they all have different learning styles. I really would like to advocate for more resources for these students. A part of Georgia's quality-based education program, it guarantees that all students in Georgia should have equitable access to resources. Therefore, I would really like to advocate for ebooks for students. I would like to advocate for free apps that students can put on their phones, and that we as media specialists can show parents and students how to use these apps at home. A lot of our students are disadvantaged. In fact, 90% of the students at J.R. Tripp Middle School, a Title I school, are economically disadvantaged. They're not going home to fast internet, fancy computers, all the bells and whistles. Most of our students only have a cell phone. And knowing how to get on an app to read would be incredibly beneficial for them and their families. Also, I would like to advocate that they would have resources available to them at school. Every student needs a pair of headphones. Every student needs to know how to get on and read an ebook or an audiobook. I would also advocate that we would have programs that these students could access this at home and at school. I would also like to advocate for a better and more comfortable and collaborative place for students to come and visit. Currently, our Media Center is very old, very outdated, very drab. The students rarely visit, don't want to go visit, and think that the only place it's useful for is to fix their Chromebook. I really just want to change the game on this. I want students to love to read, to want to come into the Media Center. In order to do that, the space needs to reflect that. It needs to be a place not only of learning and reading, but of collaboration, creative thinking, critical thinking, and growth. I would advocate that we have collaborative tables, that we have a space, a reading nook, a place where kids can go as a reward to read. I would advocate that we would have enhanced technology, STEM. All of those things would be an amazing space for the library. So, in summary, I would advocate for more current books that reflect our student population. I would advocate for resources to reflect our diverse population, and I would advocate for a more collaborative and creative space for our students. Thanks so much.